games. What is up, fellow benchwarmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quickie. What's up, guys? Welcome to another quickie. It's a Sunday, a day before Judgment Day. Tomorrow is Judgment Day. Exciting times. Exciting and a roller coaster of emotions. I felt it the whole morning. There are players like today, Josh Hart, 44 points?
Yeah.
Right? He threw out 44, and in the Champions League, Charles Koo picked him up, killed my hopes of any hopes of winning that matchup. But at the same time, I have him in an unboxed league, which also gave me hope on the other end in that matchup. So really, it's the roller coaster of emotions. My name is JJT, by the way, and we have Komish. Komish,
Yes.
how are you?
Fine. I'm fine. But I'm also probably out already in the Champions League, the same with you. I was the one who dropped Josh Hart. Although I dropped him early on because the first few games were really bad. But this one could
He
have
had
helped
3
me.
bad games, I think. He missed a game and then had 2 bad games.
Yeah. This one could have helped me. But that's how playoffs go.
And I've been talking to some managers in our FBW leagues. We've talked about being number 1 seed. In head-to-head, sometimes it's nothing really. Being the first seed, there are lots of factors why a first seed could have disadvantage as well, because you were so good in the regular season. You felt that, hey, my team is good. You probably didn't add any players who were hot in the middle of the season and towards the end, right? You're a little more relaxed because you feel that this team can beat it. But come the playoffs, when the matchups are not nice, we have one team in the Fantasy Benchwarmers League. The top seed is down 1-8, and it's pretty much over a day before. I looked at the stats, annihilated. All the categories really overwhelmingly out, too far off, no chance of catching up. So that's just painful. The only bonus there is that for the buy-in leagues, there are prizes for the regular season champ. So at least there's that, right?
Yeah. I think the factor there also is being number 1. Your team is strong, so it's harder for you to drop some players.
Yeah,
And you'll
that's
probably
another
have
thing.
less roster spots where you were comfortable of dropping. So you're not as flexible. Like, I'm strong, why would I drop this player? What about the semis? What about the finals? Whereas if you're the 8th seed, you're like, I don't care about the semis. If I get to the semis, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right? If you're the first seed, no way, I have to win the championship because I'm the first seed. So there's the difference in mindset is,
There's
night
more
and day.
pressure as well as the first seed.
Yes.
You have more pressure because everyone wants, just like any number 1 team, right? Everyone feels like the one I was talking to you about got annihilated, got killed in one of the league. He was, I think, 7 games ahead from the number 2 seed. So that's a lot of games already that he won, a lot of categories that he's won. So 7 categories ahead of the next one, 7 games ahead. So that doesn't matter when it comes to like we've always said throughout the season, just make the playoffs and it's a different ball game when it comes to the playoffs.
And I guess we can discuss about just quickly, the rest.
Yeah.
The rest today. Like San Antonio rested DeJounte, Keldon, Potel, Gobert was out. Who else? Fred VanVleet, of course.
Levine was out.
Porzingis. Yeah, Kristaps. And we have a news today that I was about to write about. Is the Philly is as Doc Rivers has said, they're gonna start to rest their star players. He said, going to the playoffs, he's gonna start to rest them to give them more chance to recover. So that means Harden, Embiid. In the next few weeks, you might see some rest here and there. So now the question is, does this make week 19 to 21 the better format? compared to week 20, week 21? I'll say yes and no. But if you hate these rests like a lot of managers, yeah, I guess the best is 19 to 21. That's the earliest you can start. But on the other hand, I told Jeremy this. This is just week 20. I mean,
I mean,
the
no
rest,
one, like I said, in some of the group chats, it doesn't right now. The rest does not really choose any date. Anytime coaches feel like they need to rest some players, they will rest some players.
Mhm.
I mean, think about it. Even players we never thought of rested, right? I mean, players like Gobert, durable players like Gobert, did not play. Bojan in Utah did not play a game. He will play. He played today, so I mean, looks like that was a rest, right? Those types of things happen, and Dejounte, well, they are on a back-to-back, so it looks like when we look into the playoff schedule now, we'll consider who has back-to-back games and who
Yes,
does not have
yes,
back-to-back games, right? I mean,
yes.
that makes it a lot harder because back-to-back games are now a risk
But
for a lot of managers.
this is fantasy in the 2020s. That is just how you have to adjust. So it's not a matter of like I know Josh Lloyd has been saying that it has to be week 18 to 20, or he has his playoffs way earlier. But for me, that there's no right or wrong. I would prefer a week 20 to 22 thing. I still prefer this. The rest are part of it. The rest
Yeah.
will be part of it to wherever
I mean,
playoffs are.
maybe, yeah, the rest will be part of it. If you started week 19, there'll probably be just 4 teams complaining about the rest. But still,
Mhm.
those 4 teams will be affected, right? Because they're in the semis, and that's that's even more frustrating because they were just one step closer to the finals, and then DeJounte Murray and Gobert rested, right? It's possible
Yes.
that they were on the same team, given their draft positions. Players like Butler, who've been resting all season, also rested today again. So uh, you'll never really know. You could have all those players. Like I had Butler and Levine in one team, and nearly Vucevic nearly rested, nearly was out today. I also had him in that team, so it could have been really. Rest is part of it. Rest is part of it, and luck is
Yes.
also part of. I guess luck is also part of the head-to-head matchups.
Luck is a part of it. Like, you can't say no. I mean, the injuries that happened lately, the Ingram injury, the McCollum injury, can't predict those things, and you can't
Yeah.
plan for those. It's just really, if it's your year, the fantasy gods smile on you, then it's your year. It's just as simple as that. But there's always a chance to keep it competitive. So maybe that's the only thing you can try to do. Keep things competitive.
Yeah.
And
It
give
makes
yourself
it
a chance.
more fun, I guess. It makes it more
Yeah.
fun. I mean, even if you're in the eighth slot, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're out of it, right? You make
Mhm.
it, you get on a high that, yeah, I got it. I got to the playoffs. Now I'm more determined to make it to the next round because anything can happen. Like today, Whiteside had 12 and 21. If you have Whiteside and 3 blocks, if you have Whiteside, that's a big game changer. That's like Gobert numbers he gave you, right? And like we said, Josh Hart, even Tyler Hero had 30 points, although he's been shooting hot, but with Butler, he's not gonna do that, right? He's not gonna play that, have that many points, I guess. So yeah, there are opportunities, like we say, in these. And Trey Jones, how can we forget Trey Jones today?
Yeah.
Um, Other than the scoring and the field goal, he put up Dejounte Murray numbers. 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and just 1 turnover. So those are solid numbers. And if you picked him up um, early this morning, that would have been a game changer for you, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
And we
go.
we can talk about some returning players who could be buy players. Alex Caruso
Yeah. We had 4
returned today.
steals today.
4 steals, 1 block, and then 20 something minutes. We did say that Caruso's injury is the risk. So it's unlike Lonzo where they, have to be more careful with him. I think Caruso is like 29 minutes today. He could be ready to go right away. So Caruso is an ad. the fantasy playoffs.
Right.
I think.
Let's talk about some ads that, going into the Judgment Day session. Which players do you think should be added if you need certain categories? Threes, for
For
example.
tomorrow.
For
For
tomorrow. If
tomorrow.
you need
Yeah.
threes, I can see some Trey Murphy on the wire, right?
Yes.
Could
Trey
be a good
Murphy.
ad.
Trey Murphy, Najee Marshall
Yeah.
are two players that you can add for 3-pointers.
Josh
Tomorrow.
Christopher, widely available in a lot of leagues.
Yes, Josh Christopher. Dwight Powell might be available in is available in 12-team leagues, so he's another player you can consider. I would probably try Luke Kennard if you're looking for threes. Another player for the Knicks, Emmanuel Quickly, if he's
available.
Actually,
how about rebounding? If you need rebounding, actually there's less players on the wire if you need rebounding.
Yeah, rebounding is a tougher one. Goga is one. I think there's some Goga. Let's put rebounding and blocks together. I think Goga is one player who can do rebounding. Onyeka Okongwu also rebounds and blocks. Collins might be out tomorrow. Gallo has been on and off, so that is a good add. I would also consider maybe adding back Jackson Hayes in some situation if there's really nobody else for rebounding. Although he's not really a great rebounder. Brandon Clark is available in a lot of leagues together with Kyle Anderson. So those rebounding numbers will help. Brandon Clark also has great block numbers, so that will help also.
And very efficient. So in case that you don't want to screw up your field goal and all, Brandon Clark could be a better player in getting blocks and rebounds. How about some stocks here? Assist first. Let's talk about assist. Assist is still another category that's not a lot out there in the waiver wire. Markel Fultz is one that I can think of.
Yeah, Markel Fultz could be an helping assist. Goran Dragic with Kyrie. Kyrie's out tomorrow. It's in a New York game, so Goran might start.
Yeah,
and Goran is a good assist guy, so he's someone you can consider there. Corey Joseph will be a gamble, a Hail Mary for assists. I think he can have good games. So I think Corey is another player you can look at for assists.
Yeah, and lastly, the stocks. Who do you like for the stocks here?
For stocks, I don't see a lot of Tybulls, but of course, Tybull would be someone that you can check. I said Okongwu for blocks, Clark, Kyle Anderson. These guys are widely available. I've been checking the past few days. Jason Tate is playing tomorrow, so I think he's been dropped. So if just a stream tomorrow, Jason Tate is someone you can consider. Well, I forgot Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins is not really a stocks.
More of a threes and points kind of guy.
Recent points. Yes, recent points. So Poku. But Poku's not available. But a lot of people drop their Thunder players because they had a 2-game break or 2-day break. So there might be some Pokus there. You just check it if you're looking for stocks.
Another player, Bruce Brown, like I said, some leagues were able to, some managers drop their Bruce Brown just to survive. So although we never really, we felt that he's not really a droppable player at this point, but some players did, maybe just to survive and get other stats. He should be a player that's, if you need stocks, he should be the guy.
Maybe Derek White. I don't know if he was dropped. I mean, tomorrow.
Derek White. If he was dropped, could add in for
remember when we say players are droppable, we don't mean that they cannot add them back. You can the meaning of that is
especially now.
The meaning of droppable in the playoffs is that they're streamers. They're not players that you should hold on just because of their name value or whatever. They could be dropped. You can pick him up next time as a streamer and then drop him again. So that's the meaning of that.
Also, another, dropping them in the playoff situation versus, in the, if you're not yet in the playoffs, is a different thing. Like players like who Najee Marshall could be longer, a medium-term ad, right? If you
Could be.
yeah, right.
Yes.
Players like
Yes.
Najee Marshall, Aaron Wiggins is a longer-term ad. If you're not yet in the playoffs, you could add him and see where that goes because he's starting and having 30 plus minutes. Markel Fultz could be a medium-term ad, a low-end ad that you can use next week because it's next week is a good schedule for Orlando. So these types of it's a situational basis. The players we talked about earlier are ads for tomorrow's Judgment Day in case you need certain categories that you want to win. These are some of the options that you have in the waiver one, right? So yeah, we'll keep after tomorrow's Judgment Day. We'll post the top 4 in all the leagues, fantasy benchwarmers league, so that you get to know them as well. It's exciting. This is a short quickie. It's pretty much exciting week of fantasy basketball, and but it's also sad that it's coming to an end. Like after this week, I probably have only 2 or 3 fantasy benchwarmers league still alive out of the 9. That's my hope. 2 is the best case, I think. 3 is the best case, rather. But yeah, that's a good showing for me. I like that. Last year, I was really bad in all my teams. So this year, I had it better. Only one team in fantasy benchwarmers that I was managing did not make the playoffs. So that's fine. I mean, the one that I manage personally. So yeah, it's a good year for me. So I'm just saying that to feel good about myself, but really, it's painful to lose lots of these leagues. Anyway, yeah, that's it, guys. We talked about week 21 schedule yesterday, right?
Yes.
All
We
right.
did.
All right. So
We did.
if you want to know more about week 21 schedule, you can check the episode yesterday, and we've talked about it there, so you can prepare for next week in case you're not yet in the playoffs. It's hard to prepare for week 21 when you're in the middle of the playoffs because unless you've already won it by this time. So yeah, in case you are not yet in the playoffs, you can check out yesterday's episode or the Facebook page for the write-up of commission. And also you can just subscribe to our channel in YouTube so you get updated whenever we upload these episodes. All right, yeah, that's it for a quick daily fantasy quickie. It's a Sunday. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day. The games are over, so might want to just relax and get ready for tomorrow's Judgment Day. Bye, guys.
Bye.